which is the home of our famous Tuesday in the Park concerts. Before I begin, I just want to recognize some of the people that are here. Patrick Kelly is here representing John Serrato's office. Jim Moore's here representing Senator Maziarz' office. I want to pay particular tribute to Francine Del Monte, our former Assemblywoman, because Francine secured $2.5 million in 2008, which is really the key money, biggest amount of money that we've used to make this project happen. Also, other people I see here, the Chief of Police, Chris Solana, who helps protect the village and town residents from all of our rowdy crowds that come on Tuesday nights. And Lieutenant Moriarty back there, who protects the people within the venue from killing each other off. Josh Bodie, our park manager, who does a really good job of making sure the park's ready, and there's a lot of things to do before and after the concerts. Steve Ryder, the town supervisor, has supported our concerts for the past 2 years very strongly, and there's Ernie Quell, village trustee. If I missed anybody else, there are a lot, and everybody else who came from the press, et cetera, et cetera. We have a couple of Artpark board members here too. Skip Vasnar back there, and Sophia Smith over here. On this first, I've got some prepared remarks to make sure I don't mess this up too much, and then we'll take some questions. But on this first day of spring 2012, Artpark is springing into spring with a giant leap as we're poised to launch a season that will undoubtedly be the most exciting since Artpark opened in 1974. Artpark has experienced an incredible run of successes over the past 10 years, both in audience growth and quality of programming, particularly with our Tuesday concerts and our Wednesday concerts and our family programs. As these programs have grown, the demand for improved facilities from our patrons has escalated. Our patrons have spoken and we have listened. On June 19th, a vastly improved amphitheater will open with the first concert of the First Niagara Presents Tuesday in the Park series, thanks to more than 5 years of work by the Artpark staff, the Artpark Board of Directors, and the New York State Park staff. This virtually new facility has been designed to infinitely improve the patron experience with enhanced views of the stage, new walkways, a grand staircase, and easier and safer access. Other enhancements include new service areas for concessions, a new restroom building, and an enlarged and improved sponsor area. Let's take a look at some of these improvements in their final stages of construction. This is the way it looks now coming down Lovely Hill. Those of you who came to the concert last year will remember on the left there was this kind of pathway down the hill where people would slip and slide. That's no longer going to be there. This is 24 feet wide, I believe, and will be the main entrance to the upper park. And they're probably going to start pouring the concrete there any day. They were just waiting. They could have started sooner if they'd known it was going to be this warm. But here's a picture of all of the buildings, the service buildings that are new, which will house the concessions and storage for concessions. There'll be awnings and bars placed out in front of these buildings. This is a view. If you notice here at the bottom, I just wanted to get a look at this because all the way up to where you see the earth kind of torn up, we're being installed these beautiful new rock walls, which you can actually sit on, and these are replacing those old rotted wooden beams that were all around the park previously. And this extends all the way around the entire bowl area, which is actually, the flat area has been widened so there'll be room for more people actually to stand down in front. The patron area has been significantly improved. You'll notice that there's now a wide concourse that goes behind the patron boxes, a new wrought iron fence which opens up the view so you can see the river from both the theater side as well as the view that goes down toward the Power Authority and the Lewiston-Queenston Bridge. Now here is a layout of most of the amphitheater just to see how it's all going to work. The stage is down here, This is what I was talking about with the new bowl areas. It comes all the way around, and all of these tiers have those rock walls installed into them. You can see the newer walkway. We took 6 feet off of the back of the lawn to make it larger and added it to the VIP area. The green room, which is the dressing room area for the bands and for meet and greets. We never had a room like that before. It's actually going to have running water and a flushable toilet. And these are the buildings that house the concessions. That's the staircases coming down the hill. Over here at the bottom is our family activities area. The restroom building goes right in here. It's larger than that, but it's already been ordered and will be here by the time we open. There's even more expansion planned in the family area, pending grants application that we have with one of the local foundations. I don't know how many remember this, but this was kind of the beginning of these crowded problems. Sticks. And that was in 2006. And then last year, this was ZC.
That should be the postcard of our car. So.
These were great nights at Artpark, and I personally loved them. But the crowds were so large that safety became an issue, and there were many people that felt uncomfortable. This is not going to happen in a new amphitheater, as bold steps are being taken to improve the patron experience by reducing the size of the crowds, improving the amenities, and still retaining the high level of our performances. In response to our patrons' concerns about overcrowded conditions for Tuesday concerts, the new amphitheater is being fenced and gated, and we anticipate limiting the size of the crowds to between 10 and 12,000. It will be easier and safer to get to the concessions, the restrooms, and the exits. It will also be easier to park on site, as we have added 100 parking spaces, and thanks to the new exit ramp to the Moses Parkway, quicker to exit. All of this does come with a price, although a very small one, and I'm sure you will agree that the added convenience, along with the quality of acts, will still make Tuesdays in the Park the biggest bargain in our region. This year, a ticket will be required to enter the concerts, and for a majority of the concerts, the price will be $5 in advance. If you wait until Sunday before the Tuesday concert to purchase your ticket, that price will increase to $10. If you park in one of our parking lots, the impact of paying $5 to get in will be lessened by our new parking fee structure. Last year, on Tuesdays, it was $10 to park. This year, it's only $5. And for cycles, last year it was $6. This year it was only $3. Going to give some competition to the gentleman on 4th Street who parks in for $2. But we believe you'll agree that this is a small price to pay to make your experience not only safer, but more enjoyable, and to keep those big name acts coming to Artpark on Tuesday evenings. Details of the new ticketing policy are included in the body of the press release that's being passed out to all the media after the conclusion of the conference. But we promise you that when our full Tuesday lineup is announced on May 15th, you will share our excitement and immediately want to queue up to get tickets to all of our Tuesday concerts. Now I'm pleased to reveal the first 2 concerts of the first night represents Tuesday in the Park concert series. The series will open on June 19th with the incomparable Kansas, wow, followed by the fabulous Foreigner on June 26th. $5 tickets to both of these shows will go on sale Monday, March 26th at 10 a.m. There will continue to be about 200 tickets sold for each concert directly in front of the stage for $25. That's a program we initiated last year and was extremely popular. Remember, there are a limited number of tickets, so it's important that patrons purchase early. This concludes the formal remarks, and I'd be happy to answer any questions anyone has at this time.
Okay, George. Obviously, a lot of the talk about reducing the size was safety related, but can you talk about some of the advantages of having a smaller crowd? Some of the things that the crowd might like about being able to move around a little bit more freely?
Well, I think everything about not being wall-to-wall people will make the experience more comfortable. We have had fact, I always told people if they had any claustrophobia, they shouldn't come to Tuesday nights. if you don't enjoy it. I mean, and you know, you'll still be able to have that experience down in front of the stage. Don't worry, Jeff, it'll still be crowded to get that real feeling like you're at a concert. But you know, we'll have a better chance to keep the walkways open. There's some wider walkways being installed. I think it'll make our security happier and take away that feeling of people not being able to move around a little bit. And we got a lot of response that way. I think that was probably the biggest issue of all.
Are you concerned at all that charging for using the park is like deter some people from coming?
I guess we'll find out. I mean, you know, there are a lot of these acts that we're paying over $100,000 a piece to come here and perform. The people that do free concerts don't pay those kinds of fees. Buffalo Rocks at Harvard pays good fees, and they bring you in bigger name bands, and they charge $10 and $20. So, you know, I studied what they're doing very closely, and I feel they took the first step. And most of the people either follow that or they'll maintain lesser acts to keep the concerts free. Any other questions? Thank you very much for coming.